Okay. No, no professional look for me today. I'm sorry, guys. Um, Big reason is, again, this ought to be super quick, and this isn't to take down Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham. Sorry, I figured I'd do a little thing because I was still having to look up the stats. I just wanted to get going right away. I'm actually going somewhere right now, but just want to stop by my computer. Honest to goodness, I've done nothing today, but last night we gotta talk. I don't honestly think you can draft Cade Cunningham #1 overall. I really don't. There was too many times last night where there were obviously down the stretch. Oklahoma State got Cade Cunningham the ball. Cade Cunningham is supposed to be the beyond all #1 overall pick for this upcoming NBA draft. I don't see him being the next Paul George. I forget who even said that. It was on ESPN airwaves that you can just slot him in as the next Paul George. He's not even that big. I mean, it confused me because R.J. Barrett seemed like he ran point guard at Duke, but then he's a small forward. I don't know that this kid is a small forward at the next level. Maybe I'm all wrong, and maybe that's why, Oklahoma State didn't go as far as maybe they ought to have, because he was, doing a lot of ball handling, doing a lot of different things, and really he's going to be a two or more of a wingman in the NBA. I don't know. He also could be just a true point guard. I honestly don't know enough about this Cade Cunningham kid, so then you're asking yourself, why am I making this video? Because that's the thing. Last night, all I've heard is that Cade Cunningham, #1 overall pick. Well, he already had a bad first, or not an exceptional first game in the NCAA tournament, but I had actually picked Oklahoma State to go to the national championship, because if they have the #1 overall pick in the draft, then that should get them to a certain point in the tournament. I would think win at least two games, but then of course it reminded me of oh my God. It's too early in the morning. This is embarrassing. The kid from Murray State. Oh my God. Why am I so stupid? Jesus God. Ja Morant. Yeah, so Ja Morant, a couple of years ago, I think he might have won one game with the Murray State Racers, and I didn't pick them to go to the national championship or anything, but you thought that, just that if he's that good of a talent. But see, with Ja Morant in that game, there was just certain twitching. There's just these certain things that you saw, in his movement as a player, where you're just like, oh my God. It's like him having the ball, watching Ja Morant carry the ball up court for Murray State, just watching him carry the ball up court, you're like, holy this guy is... I just like the way he looks with the ball. I got a little bit of that from Cade Cunningham, especially on defense. I would just watch him and then just watch his movement, and he would take a couple seconds where he would jog back, but then before they've even crossed half court, he forced a turnover. He forced a jump ball late in the game. Short guard for Oregon State is struggling to get the ball up, and Cade Cunningham comes around, traps him from behind, forces a double team and a jump ball. That's great stuff. I know that there's stuff that it goes more into it than just how many times he, scores or what his shots look like. But he was absolutely 1,000% outplayed at his own position in his matchup with Oregon State's guard. Let's get his name here. Ethan Thompson. Ethan Thompson from Los Angeles, California. I have never heard of him. I've never seen him play. But if Cade Matheny, if I knew I was going to do that one time. If Cade Cunningham is your number one overall pick, Thompson ought to be number two. I'm gonna just say it like it is. I honestly think that you could take this kid as high as Cade Cunningham. 15 for 16 from the free throw line for Ethan Thompson. It reminded me of one of my team. Actually, I had a teammate in junior high. We were in the semifinal of a league tournament, and this kid went like 15 of 15 from the free throw line, and that's the whole reason we beat Timberstone and Allen Gant, the famed Allen Gant of Northwest Ohio prep sports fame. Ethan Thompson, so he was 15 of 16. He missed one, but I think he made like 12 in a row with in down the stretch. I mean, just he was automatic. It wasn't a matter of if he was going to miss. He was not going to miss. You almost felt that. And that's when I was reminded of my teammate from back in junior high, because you just knew, like, every time he stepped to the line, Ethan Thompson was not going to miss. And the thing is he outplayed Cade Cunningham while having foul trouble most of the game. But he ends up with 26.7 rebounds, no assists. But that's because every time Thompson got the ball at the top of the key, he was either shooting it or driving it. Obviously, other guys did different things for Oregon State. The offense seemed to flow more through Cade Cunningham for Oklahoma State in terms of he was able to distribute more. But Thompson, just what a star-turning performance. But yeah, you look at Cade Cunningham, 24 points. He had 4 steals. No, yeah, he had 5 steals, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. So a pretty good all-around game. But he was 6 of 20 from the field, and this is the big part. I should have made this. I always get a hold of myself. I should have made this. You're the number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft, and you get swatted in your face. This isn't like going up at the basket and like there's a rim protector there. There was guards on this man at the 3-point line. Once at the 3-point line. The other time he drove in and tried to rise up from like 15. Got swatted in his face. Got the ball swatted back into his face, taking a jump shot twice. And he's your number 1 overall pick. He shoots. He doesn't have the right shooting form. His shooting first off, the ball comes off. I thought it looked cool the first time I saw it. Right? Oh my God, he shoots a knuckleball. There's not proper rotation on this thing. Not to mention the fact that he shoots it from his chest. You are getting swatted in your face by a 12-seed Oregon State team multiple times. Imagine what happens to the NBA. He's not going to be able to get a shot off. How have NBA scouts missed this whole idea that maybe he has a little Paul George in him. Like I said, I saw him make a couple excellent defensive plays almost when it didn't even seem like he was in it like energy-wise. He would just turn around and make these plays. But I'm not a scout, right? But I just look at Cade Cunningham, and I think that's a guy who has the potential to make it for a nice NBA player. But this idea that he's the runaway number 1 overall pick is a little bit obnoxious to me, really. And I know that I'm coming at this completely out of ignorance, having not watched a single other second of this man play basketball aside from last night. But there was several things that jumped out to me. I mean, he was just straight up outplayed by the dude he was matched up against. And it really wasn't even close. I mean, Cunningham was 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Those 2 misses were loud misses. Whereas, I mean, seriously, I have to keep reminding myself of his name. I mean, come on, Thompson. At least I didn't call him Cade Matheny. But Ethan Thompson, 15 of 16. Like I said, that one miss had to have been in the first half because he wasn't missing down the stretch. It was incredible. I mean, and Noah, whatever. I don't care. This Ethan Thompson kid outplayed Cade Cunningham. It's not even It's not even a debate here. Obviously, Oregon State won the game. And like I said, Thompson had foul trouble, so it's just weird. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What you think of Cade Cunningham and his pro prospects. But yeah, I would be curious in a star making performance like the one that Ethan Thompson had, and particularly if he's able to get his team. Yeah, kid averages 16, 4, and 4 on 40% shooting. He's pretty damn good. 6'5", 195 guard. I don't know. I would draft him. I mean, I would draft him. Curious what you guys think of this Ethan Thompson kid after he went unconscious last night and took down the Oklahoma State Cowboys and the NBA's #1 overall prospect. All right. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. You guys as well. And I'll see you tomorrow.